Hi, Prisha.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. So, what do you want to begin with today?
Math.
Maths. Okay.
So
Let's
can
be
we cover English comprehension? She will always say maths.
okay. Let's go for English today.
Comprehension is something which is not.
Right. So let us go with your mother's advice. So we are going with the book. Okay. Do you have English book with you right now? I'll be opening here on the site.
No, I don't
Better
have
if
it.
you, huh?
Which one? Which one?
English, English.
The questions or just like the black book?
Black book, division one. This one. Um, this one. Do you see? You
Yeah,
have,
okay.
yep.
My mom's getting it.
Page number 82, okay?
hmm
Did you get the book or not?
My mom's getting it.
Okay, I'm waiting. Till you can see here. You can look. You can see the screen?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So this is about comprehension, section 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So till we can go through some of these tips, headings, you can read this.
So reading the text. Comprehension texts come in all shapes and sizes. Here's how to tackle them. Text can be divided into fiction and non-fiction. Fiction texts are made up by the author and are about imaginary events and people. Non-fiction texts are based on facts and are about real people and events. Here are some examples of the types of texts you might get in your reading comprehension. Fiction texts, novels or short stories. You could get a short story or an extract from a novel. These texts usually have a plot, characters, and a narrator. Myths or legends. These are traditional culture stories that often involve superna- supernatural beings or events. Poem. A poem is written in lines, not prose. What's a prose?
Sorry.
What's a
Prose. Yep. Prose is a kind of poem. But poem is basically written in lines, and prose can be much lengthier than that sometimes. So it is also sometimes similar to be um, called synonym, but prose is a writing that follows natural flow. Okay, like everyday speech we make. But poetry or poem can be something which we structure in kind of rhyming and other things like we read when we read poem we always find rhymes, but in prose it's not like you will always find rhymes. Okay, so that is the case, but sometimes prose can be classified as story, essay, and some wrong writing material. Okay, so there is a difference between prose and poetry or poem, we can say. So prose is a kind of work, like lengthier work, and pottery or poem is a rhyming work. Okay.
poem? So most poems have a rhythm, and some may have rhyme.
Yep. There are
So
some poems which are called, open verse. They do not have rhythm, but they generally have lines like we are having one line, then line break. So that's how it happens. But When we are reading comprehension, we do not have line break like poetry. So there is a difference between poetry, poem, and prose. Prose is like a story symbol, right?
Mhm. Films or play scripts. These are mostly made up of dialogue with some stage directions. The speaking characters' names are listed on the left-hand side. Non-fiction texts. Autobiographies or biographies. These are factual accounts of a real person's life, either written by that person, autobiography, or someone else's biography. Reference books. An extract from an encyclopedia or history book will give the reader an explanation or information about a specific topic. Instructions. Instructions are often written as a list. Example, a recipe. Letters. Letters are written correspondence. What does that mean?
Correspondent or what?
Correspondence.
Of the same kind of stuff. Like when we are saying correspondence, that is written for giving kind of consistency. When we share a message, there is a particular word. Okay, wait a moment. This word comes out of correspondence. So that word basically means creating a kind of communication. And this is generally used in letter writing or what. So the
Mhm.
right definition would be, I guess, a person who provides news or writes article for newspaper. So that person is called correspondent.
Letters are written correspondence from one person to another. Comprehensive questions ask you to pick out detail. Method. Highlighting keywords saves you time. Scan the text for the main points and highlight a few keywords. Keywords are things that tell you who, what, where, when, why, and how. So, not much is known about the origins of Stonehenge. This tells you the subject of the passage. Nobody knows when it was erected, but most historians think that it must have happened between 3000 and 2000 BC. The dates would be helpful in a when question. Equally, it is unclear why it was built. Some scholars argue that it served a religion purpose. The purpose would be helpful in a why question. But some think that it was a kind of observatory to study the movements of the stars and planets. Reading the text. Pay attention to keywords in the question. Method. Use your highlighting to find the information you need. Read the question about the passage. Use question words like who, when, and where to work out what information they are asking for. Then look back at the keywords that you highlighted in the passage to find the information you need to answer the questions. When does the text suggest Stonehenge was built? 3000 and 2000 BC, I think. This question asks when, so you need to look for dates. This passage says it was built between 3000 and 2000 BC. What reasons does the text give for its constructions? So it's either for a religious purpose or an observatory to study for the moments of the this question asks what reasons, so you need to look for purposes. The passage mentioned a religious purpose or use of observatory. Read the
Observe.
passage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Read the passage below and then answer the question below. Can I have the pen
Yep.
so I can highlight the word? So, wait, what? My screen is frozen. Okay. So, Sonal couldn't believe her eyes. Standing in front of her was, oh my god, was O.T. Dubusky, someone. Lead vocalist of the Volcanalist. Is that Volcanalist? Yeah.
Volcanics.
Oh. O.T., otherwise known as Lava wasn't wearing her trademark during innovators, but there was no doubt about it. It was her all right. Jonah had worked here for 2 whole years. And this was the most exciting thing that had happened in all the time. She'd never met anyone famous before, and now she was meeting the front woman of her favorite band. It was outstanding. Oh no, yeah, it was outstanding. Hey kids,
Not outstanding. Read it clearly. That is
it
your
was
reading.
astounding.
Do you know meaning of astounding?
No,
Causing somebody to feel extremely surprised.
so surprised. Okay. So, hey kids, Elsie said commandingly. I know what that means. You might want to try shutting that mouth. So you might want to try shutting that mouth. Sonal said that, right? Did Sonal say that?
Sonal swallowed loudly. Yes,
Just
right.
Sonal said that, yeah. Sorry, she stammered as she scanned through Otie's basket. Otie just stood back and gazed lazily, almost as if she were a normal person. What is Otie Dubusky's stage name? Lava Head.
Now listen to me. At the last line, the kind of confusion was created because who said which statement, you need to understand that. So inverted comma is given, right? So
Yes,
whatever is said in inverted comma is said by the person which has been kept before. So
yes.
yes, did you understand that?
Yeah, I know that, but I just got a bit confused.
Yeah. So this is
Um, Otie Bust's, or whatever her name is, stage name was Lava Head. Wait. What word in the passage can mean same as lead vocalist? Front woman?
lead vocalist. Do you understand what does it mean by vocalist?
No,
Hmm. But you you guessed the word correctly. How?
because lead means like like the boss or the lead, like at the front or something.
Yeah. So front woman. That
So
for,
I'm not gonna be able to write that, so I'll just do it in pink.
okay. So yep.
What kind of place does Sonal work in? An office?
Sonal work in. Where did you find? Give me reference. Where is office written?
It doesn't say that, but it said like she was meeting the wait, she could be working in a band.
Read
What?
properly. Sonal couldn't believe her eyes standing in front of her O.T. Debusky, lead vocalist, the Volcanics. O.T. advisor read. There was no doubt about it. It was all her right. Sonal had worked here for 2 whole years. Trademark, deer hunter, and avatars. But there was no doubt about it. It was her all right. Sonal had worked here for 2 whole years. So this was what? Guess what? What could it be? The OT, OT's. It could be name of any shop. What do you think?
Oh.
So we
Oh,
can,
because it also said it's a shop because it also said that she was holding a basket. That means she put her stuff in the basket and then she would hit for the counter
yeah, that can be a good sense as well. Yep. So the right answer would be Sonal worked where? Sonal works
in the shop.
in a shop, and you can
But
also
it's
write
just
write the name like basket. Yeah, you got right. You can
so
give the
that's
reference. Yep.
it's because like I'm getting all these answers because I've done these questions and checked the answers before.
Okay.
Why do you
Yeah.
think I don't know to show her?
Why do you think OT tells Sonal to shut her mouth?
I thought you said that Sonal said that.
No, the confusion I was trying to clear at the end because there was a mistake.
So I don't know.
Yep. So why do you think OT tells Sonal to shut her mouth? There we go. OT, where is that? Can you read that? Find that. Yes. One woman went, it's astounding. Okay, OT
You
said
might.
commanding. You might, yes. OT said commandingly. You might want to try. This is what I was telling you, which whatever is written in the first, and then whatever is written in the quotation. So that is a statement kept by that person. So OT said commandingly, you might want to try shutting that mouth. Sonal swallowed loudly. Sorry, she stammered as she scanned through OT's basket, right? So here, she had never met any famous before, and now she was meeting front woman of favorite brand. This is something we can get a drag our answer from. So what statement is kept earlier? She would never. mm,
Is it because OT is famous and someone just works in a shop, so OT's got attitude?
yes, and she was meeting the this could be the reference. She was meeting the front woman of her favorite band. That was the reason. She was meeting the she was meeting the front woman of her favorite band.
What does that mean?
You can read that earlier. It is written. Here. Wait.
Yeah, I know. It says the front woman of her favorite band. It was a
Yes.
something.
So she wanted her to be white at that time. So OT actually tells Sonal to be quiet because she wanted to be part of that meeting because she was with someone who was her favorite. And who was favorite? We know that the front woman of her favorite band. That's why she wanted her to be quiet, right?
Why? Why does she want to
So
be
that there shouldn't be any disturbance. Of course, if you somebody comes to meet you and there is an employee who keeps on saying something, it would be disturbing, and you would not wish the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially in that case when someone is of your favorite preference, right? And it is clearly mentioned. That's why I gave reference of that line. She had never met anyone famous before. Who is famous here? Do you understand that or not?
OT is famous.
Wait a moment. She had never met anyone famous before. Now she was meeting the front woman of her favorite band. So who is front woman here?
Oji.
Yep. It was astounding. Hey kid, OT said commandingly, you might want to try uh, shutting that mouth. Sonal swallowed. Okay. Just went standing in front of here was OT Dabaski, lead vocalist. Yep, yep, great. So that was the reason. Um, because she was quite famous and she'd never met the famous vocalist. You might want to try it. And then Sonals was swallowed loudly. Sorry, she stammered as the she scanned Otis' basket. Otis just stood back and gazed lazily, almost if she were a normal person. Yes, that's the thing we understand. Sonal works in a shop. That's what we understood. And then Oti tells Sonal to shut her mouth because she was meeting her favorite band. And when you are especially meeting a favorite band means a group of people, it can be also right here. And OT was a famous vocalist, we understood in the beginning, right?
Yep.
So because she was in the meeting of favorite band, she did not want any kind of disturbance. So she said to Sonal and the kid, like saying her kid, like, quiet, you might want try shutting that mouth, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Did you understand or not?
No.
Okay, one more time. First thing, I asked a question. Who was OT? OT was a vocalist, right?
Yep.
Famous vocalist, yes. And Sonal used to work there. Okay, that's correct. In OT's shop, we can say. But now she wanted her to be shut her mouth because she was meeting her favorite band. Firstly, do you understand what is a band?
Yes.
What is that?
So a band is a group of musicians.
Yes, she was meeting the front woman of her favorite band. For front woman means main person, main
Okay.
person. Yep. So because she was meeting the front woman, the main personality of her favorite band, she did not want any disturbance. Now did you understand?
No.
Okay. Suppose you are a singer, okay,
Yep. Yep.
and there is a band which is your favorite,
Uh-huh.
and someone like a manager or the front woman from that band, a special
Uh-huh.
person, has come to visit you.
Uh-huh.
Would you want any disturbance?
What do you mean?
I mean, if you are a singer and there comes
But
a,
they're in a shop.
yes, there is a shop, but do you understand? OT was a vocalist.
Yes.
Vocalist means what? Who loves
Singing.
singing. Yeah. And if a band is coming, probably like main person from the band, and it is her favorite band, so she would love to interact with that person, isn't it?
Yeah, but Sonal isn't a oh.
This is
So
easy. Yep.
Sonal likes to sing, and she saw her famous she saw her favorite front woman of her favorite band, and but why did the front woman say to shut her mouth?
Again, you came at the same question. Now understand it very clearly. OT is a vocalist. We understand that. She's a vocalist.
Yep.
She loves singing, and there is one of the favorite bands of OT, right? And there came the front woman of her favorite band. She was meeting, read this line. She was meeting the front woman of her favorite band.
Oh, she was meeting it with Sonal was.
OT, OT.
Oh.
OT was meeting her favorite band, the front woman of her favorite band. And it was surprising for her, like astounding, we know. Like she was surprised because it was great moment for her to meet such person from a great band.
Mhm.
And why would someone want a disturbance in that time when someone is meeting with a favorite personality? So OT did not want disturbance while meeting with the front woman of favorite band. So that's why she said Sonal to be quiet. Okay.
Okay.
Now did you understand?
Yes. But why did it then say standing in front of her was O.T. Dubusky?
Standing in front of her, OT Dubusky. Sonal couldn't believe her eyes. Standing in front of her OT Dubusky, lead vocalist. Yes, that's correct. Known as Lava Head wasn't wearing her trademark. Yes, OT is of course a favorite. Famous personality. OT is famous personality for Sonal too. But OT is also busy in the meeting of her favorite band. Do you understand that? Sonal was surprised because Sonal knows that OT is a famous personality, but OT also has something favorite. That is the front woman of a favorite band.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now do you understand? So it was surprising for Sonal to see OT because he was working in OT's shop, right? And she is quite famous, quite like a rich personality would have been.
Yeah.
But OT is also busy. OT is busy where? Meeting the front woman of
Her favorite band.
yes. So she did not want Sonal to create noise or say anything.
Oh.
Yes, that's the case. Did you understand now?
Yeah.
All right. Now go ahead.
So, what evidence is there in the passage which suggests how Sona was feeling?
Yeah.
She was feeling surprised because it says astounding.
Hmm. So it is asked what evidence is there in the passage which suggests the Sonal was feeling how Sonal. So you need to give evidence.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, so it said it was astounding.
Any other word you can use for it?
Uh, excited.
Yep, that can be also. And there was a word like gap, 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 gapping,
No.
an empty space or a period of time, something which stops. Like, so what evidence is there in the passage which suggests how Sonal was feeling? So yeah, that's correct. It was yeah, the what evidence which suggests Sonal how was feeling. So there that time she stammered. We see that Sonal swallowed loudly. Sorry, she stammered as she scanned through Oti's basket. Oti just stood back. So this is something we found here. How was she feeling? We can find here as well. So the evidence suggests that Sonal was feeling kind of not well because she was saying sorry and she stammered also. She skipped like
Nervous.
yeah, nervous we can say that's right.
Anxious.
Yes, anxious, nervous, that's the right word. So this is what the most exciting thing that happened, right?
Can,
Aston, yep. We
can I
can.
read out the answers?
Sorry.
Can I go through the answers?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So for question number 1, the answer says A. O.T. Dubusky's stage name is Lava Head.
Hmm.
Yep. B. The word front woman, line 7, can mean the same thing as lead vocalist. Yep. C. Sono works in a shop because in the passage it says that she scanned through O.T.'s basket, which means that she was working on a till. D. O.T. tells Sono to shut her mouth because she was probably gapping at meeting a member of her favorite band. And then C, the evidence suggests that Sona was feeling nervous because she stutters, and OT tells her to shut her mouth, probably because she is gapping. She also feels excited because it was the most exciting thing that had happened.
So that's correct, what we have discussed.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead. Read this.
So, understanding the questions. Here are some lovely pages about understanding the questions. Just my cup of tea. Where? How is that a cup of tea?
Cup of tea is something in your hand. Cup of tea is kind of phrase. Like when I say it's not your cup of tea, it means something you can't do. And when you say just my cup of tea, it means you can do something. Here are
So,
some lovely pages about understanding the question. Just my cup of tea. It is kind of phrase that I can do and we can understand.
so make sure you know the different question types. You need to use different skills for different question types. You should recognize question types so you know how to answer them.
Yep.
The same question types come in come up in both standard answer and multiple choice tests. See page 86 to 87 for more about the two question styles. Multiple choice. Fact recall question. Fact recall question usually use words like who, when, where, what, when, why, and how. What are the names of the two brothers? When did the ship set sail? You should be able to find answers to questions like these simply by reading through the passage carefully. Method: find the facts. First, you need to find the facts. So, first, you need to look at the question to find out what you are looking for. You may need to read between the lines if the answer is not obvious. Who is Georgina's oldest child? Who tells you that you're looking for a name? Oldest tells you to look for information about ages. Scan the text for the information that will help you work out the answers. Georgina has had 4 children, Lily, Oscar, Toby, and Ray. As the youngest, Ray was spoiled growing up. Whilst Lily and Toby competed over who was the favorite middle child. Ray is the youngest, so it can't be her. The oldest must be one of these 4. Lily and Toby are the middle children, so it can't be them. So it's got to be Oscar. The information shows that Oscar must be the oldest child. Questions about word meanings. So, you might need to use your knowledge of word meaning to answer a question. How did Nina feel about the state of the kitchen? The key words in the questions tell you what is it asking. Method: think about word meanings. Once you know what the question is asking, you can find the information in the text. Nina was repulsed by what she saw in the kitchen. The text tells you how she is feeling. If the question gives you options, choose the one that has the closest meaning. One out of all the options discussed is the closest to repulsed. So C must be the answer. See page 74 to 75 for more advice on questions about word meanings. Understanding questions. Multiple statement questions. You may be given a list of statements and asked which one are right and which one are wrong. You need to choose a letter from A to E that matches the right combination of options. According to the text, which of these were conservative prime ministers? Margaret Thatcher, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, John Major. You need to pick out the letter which matches the correct combination of options. Some multiple statement questions just ask for one answer. Example, which of these statements are true? Method, narrow down the options. You need to work out which two options are correct using information from the text. Here's one of the answers. The Conservative Party dominated British politics during the 1980s and early 1990s. Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990, followed by John Major from 1990 to 1997. After that, the Labour Party regained power with the election of Tony Blair that remained in power, led by Gordon Brown until 2010. So, and here's the other answer. So you need the letter which matches option 1 and option 4, which is letter D. What does conservative mean?
Conservative?
Yeah.
Conservative is a kind of mentality of person that is quite conditioned. So something like that. And if you want a definition, it would be like a person, someone who does not like to change, not liking to change or goes traditionally always. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
who does not like change.
Yep. So, reasoning questions. Reasoning questions ask about the text purpose or meaning. These questions could use phrases like most likely or ask you about the opinion of the author or characters. You might need to use common sense to work out the answer to some reasoning questions. Example, this question is asking about the text purpose. Why does Amira keep her pride a secret? What is the writer's view or wine in general? What does wine mean? Is it the drinking one?
Yep. Yeah, what
Okay.
happened? Yes.
So this question is asking about the text purpose. If a question asks about something that isn't in the text, look for clues in the information that you are given. Questions that ask why or what do you think might test your own opinion. Think about the impression you get from the text language or tone. Questions about grammar and literary techniques. See section 1 and see section 4. See section 1 and section 4 for detailed advice and how to answer the questions deeply. You might get a question about grammar and literary question technique.
Do you know what does it mean by literary?
No.
Literary is something related to literature, a part of writing.
Isn't it like similes, metaphors, and
Yep, those are called literary devices.
yeah. So you might get a question about what type of word is tweeted. Look at a sentence about that the word is from to work out the answer. Look at the sentence that the word is from to work. Okay, yeah. Knowing the kind of questions you'll face will help in the test. There's no way of knowing what the question in the test will be about, but you can learn about kind of question might appear. Make sure you're giving these pages plenty of attention. Okay, next page.
Answering comprehension questions.
Yeah. So, answering comprehension questions. Here are some cracking comprehension questions which are with advice on how to answer them. Multiple choice questions give you several possible options. In multiple choice questions, the answer is always given. You just need to pick the right one. When the possible options are similar, it can make the question more difficult. The best way to tackle each question is to work through it carefully, step by step. Read the passage below, then answer the question that follows. The problem was not that the film was 3 hours long or that the acting was atrocious. What does atrocious mean?
Attracting. Atrocious. Atrocious. Do you know meaning of atrocious, you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I asked you.
So atrocious basically means extremely bad, something which is very bad. Atrocious. Or it is also used for someone who is very cruel or bad personality.
Okay.
I can't see your face. Yep.
Can you see it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, the problem was that the film was 3 hours long, or that the acting was atrocious, but that the plot was incomprehensible. I have no idea what Captain Judger had to do with anything, partly because I could not understand a word she said, but also because she disappeared halfway through the film without any explanation. I don't think it was ever explained exactly why the pirates had to get back to the Shadow Island. All I know is that it was great importance. The screenwriter, Jordan Biddle, needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror after the terrible mishap of an adventure film was built. So, according to the passage, what was the film's main downfall? It was too long. It didn't make any sense. Could be. The story was too complicated. The acting was terrible. The screenwriter was not very good.
Yeah, so what do you think would be the answer?
So it didn't make any sense. Let me see. It says, I don't think it ever explained exactly. So I don't think it was that it was too complicated. I just think that the movie wasn't in the right way. So I think it would be. It didn't make sense. Let me check.
The story was too complicated, I guess.
So understanding the question. Okay. Let's check 86.
Did you find that?
Maybe. Yeah. So it says. One second. There isn't even a question for it. Wait, it's 86, right? Question.
86.
Yeah, there's no page for it. There's no answer. Oh, because the answer's on the bottom page. Okay, so be wary of options that are mentioned in the text, but don't answer the questions as they could mislead you. Always double check that your answer matches the text. Okay. So finding key information is important. Okay. First, look for any keywords relating to the question. You may have highlighted them during your first read, though I did not, unfortunately. Problem. So the problem was not that the film was 3 hours long or that the acting was inexcellent, but the plot was incomprehensible. Means that the problem means that same as a downfall. This sentence mentions 3 possible answers to the question. So the sentence tells you that the problem was not the length of the film or the acting. So it can't be option B and it can't be option E, which I just cut down. Check this information against the options. Option C mentions the story, but says it was too complicated, which does not match the text. Option D is closest in meaning to the text. Incomprehensible means does not make any sense. So it's not B above, it's not E above, it's not C above. So it's either A or D. Double check you haven't missed anything else. The last line of the passage does suggest the screenwriter was not very good, option A. But D is still the best answer, so I got it correct. I'm not that bad. I'm just a bit bad. Okay. Answer comprehension questions. Use your own words for standard answer questions. Standard answer questions, comprehension questions are two different from multiple choice questions. You can find the answer in the same way, but instead of choosing a given answer, you need to put it into your own words and write it into full sentences. Read the extract on page 86 and then look at the question below. So we've already looked at that. Explain why the writer found the plot incomprehensible. So I think because that in the passage it says it's too incomprehensible because it says there's no idea why this person had to do with anything with the film because she disappeared halfway through the film, so he didn't really understand why, and it never explained why the pirates needed to go back to the island. So there's like bits that they've missed throughout this thing. It's like stepping stones. There's one stepping stone, no stepping stone, so you have to jump big to understand. Like you need to have this part to understand the next part of the movie. So that's why I think it didn't say the exact like everything explanation of all it like the best it could be. So method, ask yourself questions as you're reading. First, work out what information the question is asking for. Explain why the writer found the plot incomprehensible. Line 2. This gives you a clue to where to start looking for the answer. This tells you that you're looking for reasons why the writer didn't understand the story. You start by looking at the part of the text mentioned in the question. I have no idea what Captain Jessa had to do with anything, partly because I could not understand a word she said. Yes, I didn't say that part. But also because she disappeared halfway through the film without an explanation. This sentence comes straight after the writer mentioned that the story was incomprehensible. Finding
Do you understand meaning of incomprehensible?
Yeah.
What is that?
So comprehensible means to understand something, and incomprehensible means not to understand something.
Okay.
Finding keywords will help you work out what's important. This sentence tells you that the writer did not know why Captain Twitter was in the film because he could not understand what she said, and she disappeared halfway through the film. After looking around line 2, you should then check the keywords in the rest of the text. I don't think it was ever explained why exactly the pirate had to go back to the Shadow Island. It's exactly what I said. The word explained suggests that this sentence relates to the plot. When you have the information, you need to rewrite it into full sentences in your own words. Quoting from the questions help focus your answer. The plot was incomprehensible because the writer did not know why Captain Diana was in the film and found it impossible to understand her. The writer was also confused because Captain Jetta was vanished in the middle of the film, and it was not explained why the pirate needed to go back to the South Island. Change the wording so you're not just copying the text. Quoting from the question helps focus your answer. Use the number of marks and space available for your answer as a guide for how much to write. Try to answer every question. Don't spend too long on any one question. You don't want to run out of time. If you're not sure what the answer is, make a sensible guess and carry on to the next question.
So what did you understand out of this?
The whole thing?
Yep.
That's these 2 pages.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So in these 2 pages, what I understood was that first it says, like, read it really carefully. So if you don't read it carefully and just read it like I was reading this part, because since I've already read all of these, I could understand what it was saying. So in the start, don't read how I read like that. Read it really carefully. And if you don't understand the question, like the question that is, like, rule out the questions that are wrong that you know 100% and all of that, and then like look for key information in the text. And like one thing that I understood that the answer is, like, the question's answer is always going to be somewhere in the text,
Right.
unless if it says a why or a summary or something like that.
So, can you plot an answer like this? These options were given. Like here are the ways, like elimination method we have seen in checking the information. Can you see that, like the first page? So the
Yeah.
two of the options were eliminated. The acting was terrible and it was too long. Did you
Yeah.
understand how it came possible?
Yes, because it says it was too long here, but on the top it says the problem was not that the film was 3 hours long. So it
Yep.
can't be that, because that wasn't the problem. That was not the problem.
Yes.
And
So
then it
what?
can't be the acting was terrible, because it says, or that the acting was atrocious, and you said atrocious means like was not really good or something like that.
Yep.
And then in the next page it says that you need to explain. So in multiple choice, it gives you like 3 to 4 answers, and you just have to tick between one. And there's more chance that you'll get the question correct, because you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get 1/5, like, out of it correct in probability. Like, it's mostly that you're gonna get it correct.
Can
And then
more than one options be correct?
yeah, it mostly if there's more than one, it mostly says on the side tick 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, like. And then, but in this page it says that if it's not multiple choice and you just have to jot down the answer, then you have to actually look through the text and see how you're gonna form the answer. Like, if this was according to the person, what was the film's main downfall, you would write in the passage, the film's main downfall was that it didn't make any sense. That's how you would write, because it said that why do the new pirates need to go to the Shadow Island, and what happened to Captain Jutter and all of that. So you have to jot down of what like you don't have to form the answer yourself. And to get extra marks in this part, it said to get extra marks, if there's this much lines that you need to write, then you have to fill in all of this in your one answer, or else, like, if it's a 5-mark question, you're only gonna get 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 or even 0 if you don't write anything like that.
Right. True. So that's what we understood.
Oh my gosh, no.
Practice time.
Can we do one of them, not both?
There are, wait, and two practice sets are there. Okay, so practice questions can be done this way. There are 2 paragraphs we see, right? This one and this one. Hmm. So, can you solve this one the first, like this side?
Okay. So Iam and the Great Claw. Okay. So in six oh my gosh. In 1665, Britain was hit by a dangerous disease called bubonic plague. It was transmitted to people by fleas carried by rats. This is definitely going to be in a question. Rats part. It could spread very quickly. So one village in Derbyshire took steps to try and protect nearby villages and towns. Iam was a rural village which was just 800 residents. Pla had arrived in AM inside a flea infected by a box of cloth. Rather than deserting their home, residents decided to stay, put and stop anyone coming into or going out of their village. This meant the pla couldn't spread any further. People from neighboring villages would leave supplies just outside of any of the villages to collect, and money was left in special stones, which vinegar-filled grooves. As vinegar was thought to kill infection, what on the coins' surfaces. The village of Iam is remembered to this day for its heroic and pragmatic response to the plough. The villagers helped to protect nearby towns like Bakewell by limiting the spread of the disease. It is thought that their courage saved thousands of lives.
Did you understand the paragraph?
Yes. So
Second one?
Okay, wait. So
You changed your answer.
What changed your answer?
Okay. The first one you picked B, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain why did you pick B?
Because it says carried by rats.
And how was the plague brought in AM? AM. So this is written by fleas, but in the bracket it is written by carried by rats. So by fleas is also option. Do you see that?
Oh,
So which one would be most appropriate?
by fleas.
Yeah, because that is a direct answer, right?
Uh,
Yep.
is this correct?
Second one, wrapping coins in cloth. How? How would you pick that answer? According to the passage, villager in AM tried to pay for deliveries safely by. Use the technique which we read in last page. Find the reference in the text.
So, deliveries. If you find the word deliveries in this, you'll probably find the answer around it. So if you find the word coin, where's the word coin? Yeah, so okay. So coin. Can I rub out all of this?
Hmm?
Can I rub out all of this?
Yep, it is. Uh, Coin is like you found correct. Yep, you found correctly here the coin, but you can see that infection on the coin. Kill infection. So killing infection can be called disinfecting or not. Killing
Yeah.
infection on the coins. So disinfecting coins, that means the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y- Do you understand what does it mean by disinfect?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so that means killing the infection on the coin's surface. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, now sensible, practical, pragmatic. Yeah, that can be true. And delighted. Yes, that is also true. Hmm. And what about fifth one? Now we have to read that 2 out of 4. Yes, now we are here at the second paragraph. Read the passage.
One second.
Read the second passage.
Okay. So it says. Wait, let me just zoom in. Yeah. So it says abridged extract from the Cemetery Sisters by Connelly Matthews. White Hawk lived in a remote part of the forest.
White Hawk lived in a remote part of forest. Yep.
Of the forest. Every day he returned from the chase with a large spoil. What's a spoil?
Spoil means to destroy.
Oh, with a large spoil.
It has come as noun here. So when we use the word spoil, it can also be used as destroying something or kind of which is destroyed stuff, or when it is used as noun, so we may also call it like mm, particularly
So,
case with the largest spoil. Um,
for he was one of the most skillful and lucky hunters of his tribe. His form,
spoil can also be used here like in poetic term, literary term, sometimes robbery. So I'm just trying to find it with the context. Every day he returned from the chase with a large spoil.
I think
So
spoil can also mean that this is a spoiled child.
hmm. So here in this term, it could be, I guess, sometimes we say like the words like great spoil. So large spoil can term in the same way, like immense treasure or riches obtained through victory. So victory can also be like successful effort, that can also be termed with great spoil. So I guess large spoil or great spoil could be similar. So this is something like a successful effort. So every day he returned from the chase with a large spoil. It means successful effort, for he was one of the most skillful. Yes, that makes sense. Yep. So it means a successful effort here. Large spoil means both words together. Okay.
Um. Okay. Um. So his form was like the Kedar. There was no forest too gloomy for him to, and no track made by bird or beast of any kind which could not readily follow.
Do you know about Cather?
No.
This is cedar, not Cather. You read
Uh,
it cedar. So cedar is a type of large tree that never loses its leaves.
oh, I thought it was the evergreen forest.
No, this is cedar. Cedar, kind of large tree, always green. Yep, you can say cedar tree. Better I may, if I may show you the picture so you may remember this. Cedar. Let me check. Can you see my screen? Search bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something it looks like. Okay. So this type of. All right.
Isn't this cool? Like if you pick it out of a, or if you like prick it out of a tree and put it in a book, you'll remember it.
Yeah, that's enough for you to understand. Okay, let's go.
Okay. So one day, after walking for some time, he suddenly came to a ring worn among the grass of the flowers, as if it had been made by footsteps, moving lightly round and round. But it was strange, so strange as to cause White Hawk to pause and gaze long and fixedly upon the ground. There was no path which led to the flowery circle. There was not even a crushed leaf, nor a broken twig, nor the least trace of a footstep. Presently he heard the faint sound of music in the air. He looked up in the direction they came from, and he saw a small object. As it neared the earth, it appeared as a basket, and it was filled with the 12 sisters of the most lovely and enchanting beauty. Which of the following statements is false? White Hawk is a good explorer. White Hawk White Hawk's tribe had one hunter. Could be actually. White Hawk lives in a isolated area. What does isolated mean?
Isolated means there's nobody goes, like something which is aloof. Aloof, you understand?
No.
If you are aloof, it means you are likely to be alone. So isolated
Okay.
means alone or apart from other people.
So that's not true because it says which is false. White Hawk can track animals easily. I think the answer is D. No, B. What does a large spoil mean?
Wait a moment. Let me just make you understand. Like, White Hawk lived in a remote part of the forest. So that also means the same, no? A remote part of forest.
Yes. But it says which is false.
Oh, so which is false. So Well, do you understand what is remote part of forest?
Remote part of the forest is just like an area where there's nobody here.
Really?
Yeah.
Remote means what?
Remote means a TV remote.
Remote means remote part of forest basically means an area deep within and far from the towns, roads and people. That is same. Okay, you wrote it well, but it could be something like we may not call isolated or like which of the following statements is false. So you may like if- whenever we are talking about remote part of forest, it's not always like people may not be there. Some creatures, some kind of things could be there.
It's it's very dangerous, Sukita.
Yeah, dense trees, wilder life is there, wild because wild animals live, and limited signs of civilizations, of course. So when you are going in jungle, so we find the kind of wilderness in that, right? So
Yeah.
an area which is far from towns, of course, from the roads and people,
It's
but
just
it
like an
could,
island.
yeah, but it could be filled with wilderness, wildlife, right?
Um. So.
So
Well,
that option cannot be skipped in that way too. Mm, like C option you were talking about, right? Which of the following statement is false? It is saying false. So White Hawk is a good explorer. That is true, right? White
yep.
Hawk's tribe has one hunter. Now, can you find that tribe has one hunter or not?
So here's the
Lucky,
word
the
try.
skillful and lucky hunter of his tribe. Do you see that or not? So it is also true, isn't it? Can you see this properly here? Yep. So
Yep.
he has lucky hunter, right? White hawk can track animals easily or not? Track, no track of look here. From walk, there was no
Oh,
forest too
he
gloomy.
can't.
Wait, wait for a while. Don't be in so hurry. Okay. So here, mm, white hawk can track animals easily or not? That's what you need to find here now.
It says no.
Yep. You said
So if
no.
there's no track of birds and anything, then it's really hard to find things.
The white hack can track animals easily. It is true, true. And then no, question is asking for false. White hack was. Wait a moment. Yes, I understand this. And the option B says like here, once again, he was one of the most skillful and lucky hunters. It means there were many hunters, right?
Yeah.
So the white hack hawks tribe has one hunter. No. So this is false. B. Yeah, you were right that time. Yeah, your answer was true. What about six?
Um.
Rotten food. How? How rotten food?
It
Large
wasn't.
spoil. Large spoil, we could understand successful, something successful. So rotten is not successful.
Yeah.
Now in hunting, what can be successful?
Plenty of food.
Yep, plenty of food. So that's true, correct. And now seventh one, flower, you have kept it. Right, true. And then eighth one, D, that's okay. He hears music. How do we find that reference? True, right. So finally, we have done both of the practice sets. How to prepare for writing test. Okay, this is about writing task. Writing test. Shall we switch to another subject now?
Yeah.
So you will be doing some kind of tests over it. Okay. Hmm. Chill assessment. We also have to discuss homework. Yesterday's homework, you were having any doubt?
3 doubts.
Let's discuss homework because it is being a stack. So which questions? Okay, I can open this here itself. So you just let me know like which page it was and what could it be. So which test paper we were solving?
I think I've done like 10 on the 10th one or the 11th one.
Subject it was. Yesterday I gave you non-verbal and earlier
Yeah.
I gave you what? From like last time also you had one doubt.
Non-verbal again.
Non-verbal. Okay.
2 non-verbals.
This one, or this new one?
No, the other one.
This,
The other one.
this,
Other one. Yeah, this one.
this one.
Yes.
New, right?
Yep. Wait, which one did you choose? Yeah, this is correct. No, this is the wrong. This one.
This one.
Yes. What
Test
does
number.
what does extras mean?
What extras? Something extra.
No,
Extra.
extras.
What is the spelling?
Can you go back?
Where is that? I can't see.
No, like, can you go back?
I should go back.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
So just click on, don't go on it. Click this button.
Hmm. Okay, you're talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something additional which is given like extras. So it's something related to extra stuff. So this extra information is here. And
Oh.
some kind of other references it means.
Okay.
Yeah, so which test paper we were doing?
I know what it is. Can you like go on pages because I know which one it is, but I don't know what page it is.
Okay, for sure. Shapes. Now you can just get to know from this content.
Yeah. Let me just zoom in. This one.
Shading and line.
Yeah.
Shading and line.
And this one? No. Wait. What? Nope. Back. Back. This one
Yep.
and the next one. There's 2 homeworks you gave.
This one and the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so firstly, shading and lines, let us discuss. So, which question you were having doubt into?
So shall I just give you the answers that I wrote?
Mhm.
2, 3. 6. White. Wait. D. Not sure. B. A.
6th and 7th, you were having doubt, right?
6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's 6 and 7 you told like you were having doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let us observe these
6,
questions
7.
only. Okay. Question number 6.
6, 7. 7. I did one sheet so quickly.
6. So let me just zoom in. So what we observe here, we observe like there is firstly a square and it has a second square under it, inside it, and then another square inside it. And now each time we see something is happening in those diagonal lines, right? Firstly,
Yeah.
this is going in this way, then this is going in this way, and then we see both of them are crossing, right? That is the observation we have done. Now,
Yep.
same we will try to observe in this
I
circular
got
one.
my answer.
Yep.
Don't we need the ones that are the same? I mean, the ones that are different to these.
What is your answer?
Wait, but what do we need to do again?
I said first, in the first figure I observed
No,
squares.
no. I mean, do we need to find the similar ones to this one or the different ones to this one?
Like it is going in a series. You just stopped me at the first shape. Now let us observe second shape. So second shape says
But
a circle.
can you zoom out because it says what we need to do? That's what I don't understand.
Zoom out. Now it is okay.
No. Zoom out so I
Out.
can see
Okay.
more stuff. No, more out. Yeah. So find the figure on the right that is most like the 3 figures on the left example. Okay. Now you can zoom in because I just didn't understand what it meant. What we need to do. Okay. What does it say? So this is not the answer.
Yes, that is not the answer.
That is also not the answer.
Yep, that is also not the answer, and D is also not the answer.
Uh,
D is
so
also not the answer, right? Yeah.
it's not.
D is also not the answer because D is having the same line under. Yes.
Yeah.
So the answer is
A.
A. Correct. Good. Then why couldn't you observe this last time?
Because on my piece of paper, I can't see. This is like this, and there's inside line as well. I couldn't see it.
Now, 7th.
Yeah, this I did not understand. So what I did understand in this is that the answer is not it's not B. No, wait. No, it's not A, and it's not D.
Yes. So this is the observation I got. Are you there? Yep. Prisha, are you able to observe? So this is what I can observe in this. This is five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six sides it is having, and this is having four sides, and this is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we see like something is happening here. So the sides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is having six side that is darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this thing can be observed in this.
So the answer is E.
Answer is E. Yep. So what is your observation?
That the darker shade one that are like full lines, not dotted or not like that. The ones that are like full line, those need to have more like the more number of sides. The more longer the sides it has to have, like the bigger.
Yep, right. And what was the next? Any doubt? Any other doubt in this exercise?
No.
Yes. No.
In this, the only one that I didn't understand was question number 8.
Yeah. Let us zoom in. Look at the five figures below. Find which figure is most unlike others. We need to say unlike, which is not similar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right.
Question number 8.
Number eight. Yeah, that is number eight.
That's the other question.
Hmm.
So what I understood was that this shape moved twice to get here. This shape moved twice to get there. This shape moved twice to get in the middle. So the answer is not that, and the answer is not that. The answer is not that.
Yeah. Good observation. Now between C and E, you're stuck.
Yeah.
So that's right. We
Oh,
all.
wait,
Yep.
the answer is C. Got it. Done.
Yes. Great. Now explain your explanation.
So, first, the white one moves 2 spaces clockwise, and then 2 spaces clockwise all the time. So in this space, it will be in the middle. So it's not that, and it's not that. So then we've got not A, not B, not B, not D. Now, if we see the grey one move 1 space in the middle and anti-clockwise, then one again to be over here. Then next it will move over here, so it's like 1 space. So then it can't be that because that's the opposite. So it's going to be D, C.
Right. Any other doubt in this exercise?
No. Can we stop now?
Hmm. Yep. So this was done. Rotation
No, but I don't know how to do that one. So rotation. Can we go on the next page?
and order and position done.
Yes. So rotation and reflection. I have to do this with you because I'm really bad at reflection and rotation. So I can do the next one myself.
This
So
one you can do.
yeah, layering. Yeah, I'll do this for homework.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right then. You can do it in homework. And one more thing, like you can check that is for English. So in this, you'll be trying one of the exercise. In English, we have done anything? Any test?
Two tests. We've done two tests.
Test
No,
3? Test 3?
no. Yes, we did it last week. We tried it.
No, no, yes. What are you saying?
No. So the next one will be, I think.
Okay.
So this is puzzle 1. So we
No.
did,
This one test 4.
yeah. So I'll do puzzle 1 and test 4.
Okay. Let me take the screenshot. Wait a moment. So this is what you can do in your homework, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And any other doubt in homework or anything?
No.
Okay, then let's stop here. Thank you very much for attending today's session. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.